This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for the midweek edition. And here we go. Tonight's guests include, we're going to talk some volleyball and women's basketball. We'll hook up with Central Cougars volleyball coach Chrissy Tunyas, and then later it's the new KC Blue Angels hoops coach in Jay Jenkins. Plus, as always, on a Wednesday, we have the Easy and Travel Sports Flashback, and tonight it features broadcaster Tex Little, Mike Litteken, if you will. But right now it's time for scores and stuff, brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. And let's go to the Tucker Electric guest line in Centralia for Jay Miller. Jay, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rip.
How you doing? Did you get a game of golf in today?
No, I tell you what, I haven't played golf all year. I had a little knee problem that I had worked on in June, so I've been rehabbing so I could get ready for the upcoming football and basketball season.
I got you. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, and we're going to get to some football in a little bit on the high school side, plus, I suppose, definitely on the prep side. But, well, the Redbirds did it. They took off that interim label from Schultz back, and he is as permanent as you can get, the permanent skipper for the Redbirds through 2020 on the payroll for sure. Your thoughts on that? I don't know what the rush was about myself.
Well, I don't either, but he has turned it around. Of course, there's a lot of things that's been happening in St. Louis to help things get turned around, but no, he's been pushing the right buttons, and man, what a winning streak they went on, and then won 14 or 15 games, and then they had a good trip out west last week where winning 5 of 6, man, that's unbelievable.
I think they've still won 16 of 19, haven't they? Something to that effect.
I think so.
Yeah, they won the last, 9 series now?
Yep, and just one heck of an August that they've had, and
20-5.
Yeah, 20-5. That's awesome. And of course, right now they got about a game lead in the wild card, and only trailing the Cubbies by around 4 or 3.5, something like that.
Yeah, 4 down from the Cubbies, and I suppose it's right at a game and a half or so up on the Brew Crew, for the first wild card. That is really bundled up. But no, I like Mike Shilton. I'm especially happy for Brian Eversker because this gives him job security. Had it turned out which was unlikely, but if they went outside the organization, you know how that works, man. They bring in their own guys, and I would too for the most part. But I still don't, and I hope I'm a Cardinals fan. Number one, I hope he does great. But I mean, he wasn't going anywhere. Stubby Clapp, that's the target.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been, you put this guy in, and things just started clicking. Of course, had a couple of fortunate things. We made a trade, got rid of one of our guys.
Cocky Tommy.
Probably one of the problems.
Yes, he was a cancer. That was huge. The Dexter Fowler injury, and he was playing those guys a lot, and Martinez was sitting a lot too. Keep that in mind.
And of course, really the bullpen has really been revamped. I mean, you have the closer in there yet, and Hicks, and for some reason they're sticking with Cecil. I don't understand that, but it seems like everybody else in there is new. And I'll tell you what, the pitching staff, I mean, with all the injuries, and these young guys have come up and have really, really been great. I'm kind of surprised about that. I thought they might get up here and struggle a little bit, but man, they've been holding their own.
Well, it's great to see, and just to play, I'm being a realist. That's pretty much what I am, Jay. And look at Luke Weaver last year. Everybody thought he'll be lucky to be on the club next year. Jack Flaherty looks awesome. Man, he looks awesome, and he's 22. He looks to be the keeper of the bunch, and if Alex Reyes comes back healthy and all, but you gotta wait really about 2 years to know what you really have from a pitcher, from a everyday player. That's the thing that gets me. They crown these guys so quickly, including Mike Schilt. I don't take your time, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I would have taken my time on the manager's job, but I'm kind of down on the general manager a little bit. The general manager / president.
Michael. I thought you meant Michael Gersh, because he just brings bottles of water and coffee.
I'm talking about Mo. I'm talking about Mo.
Yeah.
Mo's got bailed out here with these young guys coming up and performing like they have.
Pretty much.
I mean, he's went out and paid Cecil a bunch of money. He's went out and give Fowler a ton, and it looks like they're going to waste that money there. But right now, I guess we've got some pitchers down in the getting some rehabs going. I guess Wcxo was throwing a rehab, and I can't understand if they're going to bring Wainwright back. I just don't know why you want to bring him back.
Well, I don't know if you heard that Wcxo left. Was it last night's game? Either fatigue or it could be something with the oblique. He was awful, and so that doesn't sound too promising right now. And he did have a great start to the season. But the guy's always he's injury prone, and that's honestly what I was counting on again this year, unfortunately. And now it's come to fruition. And none of us, I don't think, expected much from Wainwright, and that's been the situation. I hate to stick Wainwright in the in the rotation now with the way most of these guys are throwing. Unless and until they cough it up, let them stay out there and throw.
Yeah. Well,
and they may.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about Wcxo's outing last night, but I can see September 1 what they expand those rosters to 40. Is that when that happens?
Yeah, they can.
And I can see them bringing up Wainwright and maybe using him a little bit out of the bullpen. Yeah, especially if you have to chew a few innings up there.
He'll probably be back September 1, which is Saturday, correct? They can
right.
They can loosen it up then. Colton Wong, he's done for a while with a hamstring strain, and now Jed Jerkel's out at least 10 days with a groin strain. So the injuries just keep on a popping, and right now different people have definitely picked up the slack there, including Tyler O'Neill, who's bombs away for sure.
Yes, he is, and I kind of like that outfield with him out there and Bader out there patrolling around. They can cover some ground. Bader's been unreal.
I don't know if he can keep that up for an entire season, that hustle like that, but he's exciting to watch.
He sure is, and of course there's a couple bats in that lineup I'd like to see get to hitting the ball again, and that's our shortstop and our catcher. And
right.
If they can get it going here. If they can get it going here in September, I think, the Cardinals, the division's not out of the is not away from us yet.
No.
I think they can still catch it.
Oh, they could, yeah. 3 games left at the end of the year with the Cubbies up in Chi-Town. But
I know the Cubs have got to go with a makeup game tomorrow in Atlanta, and then they go to Philly.
They have another makeup. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they have a makeup tomorrow. They got to go down to Atlanta and play one. Then they go into, I want to say, Philadelphia this weekend, which, the Phillies, you never know what they're going to do. And I think they have to go out west yet, and Arizona's one of their stops. So Cubs still have some tough games to go themselves.
Yeah, Cards have a pretty favorable schedule. I know 19 of their last 31 were set for home, including last night. So we've got a month to go, and we'll see how it all does shake out. And it's going to be, the Cubs did share a pair today. They completed that suspended game and won 2-1 in 11. And then they were trounced by the Mets 10-3 in the what turned out the late afternoon game. Actually, Houston beat Oakland. Boy, the Oakland A's, I would have never guessed. It's pretty amazing. They're 26 over 500.
Yeah, I know it. That's unreal.
It is.
that Western, that American League, you just don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, Boston's had such a great big lead for a long time. Can they keep it going? I mean, there's some good ball clubs over in the American League. That's going to be a toss-up come playoff time.
Now, we do, and they are Red Sox, 91 wins, the Yanks 84, and down the pike it goes, Houston 82, Oakland with 80. They are taking advantage, which you have to do of the Orioles and the Royals, who are completely dreadful. 80 wins between the two teams, but that's who you have to pound on. So Trevor Richards goes for the Miami Marlins tonight. They're actually just underway. He's had a nice rookie campaign with the Fish, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I got to watch him a time or two on TV when they played the Cardinals, and
right.
It's good to see a local do good.
Always have it. Every 2-3 years that we recycle, get somebody new up there. So that's fantastic. So now did you officiate some high school football last week? Are you up and around and rolling then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back and going. I just haven't been able to swing a golf club. I don't want to take the risk of twisting that knee, but
right.
Now, last week we traveled down to Carterville, and they beat up on Benton. And, it's just going to be an interesting season around the South. I just don't know if we're going to have very many strong football teams down this way. It seems like everybody's trying to rebuild right now. I know Nashville's got quite a bit back, so I'm expecting big things out of them.
And some super youngsters. We broadcast the Carlisle-Nashville game last week. And the Malavi kid's just a sophomore. And they had I can't think of the other kid's name who's a sophomore running back, but they were 8-0 last year as freshmen, scored 44 points a game. But they have a 2-quarterback system right now. That's a pretty that's a solid team. It really is. And the Orphans obviously didn't see it. Surprised me. In fact, they were blanked by the Cats in the Shrine game.
Yeah, Centray has really lost a lot here this last season, and coming in, they don't have a lot of experience on the offensive side of the ball. And I heard the defense played pretty well last week. They really only gave up one touchdown, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
The offense kind of had a couple turnovers that cost them, but man, with Javon Williams, the last 4 years with him,
yeah.
It's going to be a rebuilding season. I think he's playing some youngsters on the offense, and they're going to take their lumps this year. But I look for them to bounce back here in the next year or so.
I haven't even checked or paid that close attention yet. So who's their signal caller?
I think his name's Minor. I think he's a junior, and then I think they have a freshman that they're pretty high on. I don't recall his name right now, but yeah, they're going to be relying on the youth, and in that conference, the South 7, Althoff's going to be good, even though they had it handed to them last week. They played Elmhurst IC.
Yeah, Elmhurst, yeah.
And they're the defending champs in their class, and Marion with a big win over Rochelle. They're always competitive. And then I've been telling people, don't sleep on Cahokia. Cahokia last year had a bunch of juniors, and they were pretty decent. And of course, you never know about Carbondale. And of course, it's Centralia and Mount Vernon that's going to be battling to stay out of the cellar. I do.
The
believe.
Rams have been dreadful the last 2 years, haven't they? Unbelievable.
Yes.
Wow.
It's probably been about a 4 or 5 year stretch that Mount Vernon's been down. It's just hard to believe. I don't know if they're getting the athletes out or what's going
Apparently
on
not.
there. And I know they've had like 3 coaching changes in the last 5 years, and they got to get somebody in there and get their program going in the other direction and get a little consistency going.
I never thought that day would come. Not more than a year off year or something like that, but it's just repetition.
It seems like ever since Coach Mings gave it up over there at Mount Vernon, they've kind of been struggling. So, and now he's not even coaching at Johnston City anymore. So, I think he's going to sit out a few years and see if he wants to get back into it.
Oh, real quick, back to Carterville. Do they have they have the seniors who's a major Division I bound, right? Is he a lineman or is that right, Jay?
Well,
or did he graduate?
Last year. He graduated. I think
he graduate.
I think he went to Georgia.
Okay.
He was a big end. Yeah.
But he got hurt last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he missed about 4 or 5 games, and But yeah, he could have went to Alabama, any of
I
those he
know.
wanted to, and he picked Georgia, I do believe.
Okay, so he is gone. Gotcha.
Yes, he is.
Hey, the Illini. Oh, what's going to happen there, Jay?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I see they announced their new
There'll be a lot of-
quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen and sophomores in there, and you know how it is in the Big Ten.
AJ
So, yeah, I'm hoping
Bush.
they can squeeze out a couple.
AJ Bush is the
squeeze out a
quarterback, a fifth-year graduate from Virginia. He's played about everywhere, so that's their guy. This hasn't exactly worked out well for Lovey, and in turn for the Illini and their fans. This hasn't been good at all.
No, you got to be able to get out there and recruit. And
well, why can't he
just
recruit?
hasn't been able- I don't know.
I don't either. Don't understand
I don't know. I thought it was a good hire when Illinois hired him because I thought some kids might want to go and play for him since he has all that NFL experience, and it just hasn't happened.
You know, I figured Lovey would be gone by about now or next year, only because I'm sure that was his plan, right? He was going to do real well in the first, at least in year 2 and 3 and so forth. But now he might be gone because they're going to, give him the axe. He wants to get back into the NFL, and this isn't a good way to do it, not as a head coach.
No, definitely not. And he definitely is an NFL guy.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, sometimes you got to give credit where credit is due. Manu Ginobili, 41 years old. He has finally retired. Those 16 seasons with the Spurs, that's quite a player. He had quite a career for sure.
Yes, he did.
My goodness. 4-time NBA champ and on and on and on. It really is a bruising game when you think about it.
Oh, yeah. Those guys on that hardwood, it's travel and play. And I mean, you just got to have that mindset. And well, he had a great career.
Wouldn't it be nice to he had $2.5 million left on the 1 year remaining of his contract, just to say, I don't need that. That's fine.
Exactly.
$2.5 million.
Couple million. Yeah, who could use that?
Well, I'm not. But I do know this much: the Spurs have taken a hit there. They're if they're not rebuilding, they're awful close to it there.
Exactly. Boy, you talking about that Western Conference and the NBA is just unreal.
Yeah.
It's night and day to the East.
The Lakers.
I don't follow NBA like I used to, but I do watch some of the playoffs and stuff. But I'm kind of getting fired up for the Blues.
The Blues. Yeah, but now they lost their assistant general manager, Martin Brodeur. That's going to be a big loss, huh? Just kidding.
Yes, it is.
Just kidding. I think I'm mainly just kidding.
I know you are, but no, I'm kind of excited for the Blues. I mean, they got such a great start last year, and then down the stretch they had quite a few injuries, and what they missed just by a point of making the playoffs. But if they can get some consistency with that goaltender, I think they can do okay.
You're right. There you go. I've got they still had 94 points, 12 over 500. Yeah. Jake had that big fade, and what was it, late January, February again, which he's had the last couple of years. Of course, they didn't make the playoffs, but they've signed. They have some offensive players, at least on paper, that have done it before. And now we'll see. They won the summer. I've been told by everybody they won the summer. I said, well, okay, so where's the Stanley Cup and where's the parade?
Exactly.
But I love the Blues, so I want them to do well. But we've been 50 plus years. It's
hey, all those Cub fans for all those years, they had to wait and wait. It's time for the Blues to do it.
The Cubs of hockey.
Long time.
Yes, it is. Bryson DeChambeau won the Northern Trust. Brooks Henderson won on the women's side. Scott Perrell. And in NASCAR, you're a NASCAR guy, right?
No, I don't know nothing about NASCAR.
Okay, I thought you were. Actually, I wasn't sure. I just flipped that. I know they didn't run last week.
Spanky thinks he knows a little bit about NASCAR, but I don't think he does.
Well, compared to you and I, he probably does. But But
exactly.
They had that run over at that Bomberito 500 over. I would like to go. I should sometime. I would like to see it in person. I've never seen an actual big time race in person. That was the IndyCar, so I guess that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Over at Madison.
Yeah, that would be neat. But hey, speaking about golf, a few weeks ago, St. Louis put on a good show over there. I mean,
were you over there?
No, I never did go.
Okay.
I'd been to Belle Reve before, but I always stay home to watch the tournament. I mean, if you go over there, you're in the mix. You can't see everything, but Man, that was pretty exciting. Tiger, man, he played some good golf.
Eldrick did play some good golf, but you know what, Jay? He lost.
I know he lost. But I think I'm not a Tiger fan myself, to tell you the truth.
No, I realize he played some excellent golf, but I think there's still people. It reminds me of something else on a larger scale. I believe there's still people who believe he won, or at least that he didn't.
Well, the thing is, when the tournament's over, let's talk about the guy that wins.
Exactly.
That's what I want to hear. And man, Brooks Koepka.
Oh.
He's only won a few tournaments, but three of them are majors. 3 majors,
2 this year, right? And yeah, he's on like page 4. The front page is all about Eldrick. Come on. All right, Jay.
Yeah,
hey,
I'd like to see a little guy like Ricky Fowler or somebody like that break out and get one. But no, it's been a good summer of golf, and we're in the playoffs now, so.
The FedEx.
It's a pretty exciting time of the year.
FedEx.
And I think the Ryder Cup's coming up here in about another month.
It is. I know that much. In September, second, third week, something like that. Yep.
Yep. And we'll be finding out who he's going to pick here, and I think in a couple days.
All right.
His 4 picks.
Those captain's picks. Jay, thanks for coming on, man. Have a good officiating season on that gridiron. We'll see you later on at some point anyway. Say hello to Spank and the gang, Trent and so forth.
I will. Hey, thanks for having me, and we'll hook up again later.
You got you. Later.
All right.
That's Jay Miller from C-Town Scores and Stuff, which was brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Don't touch that dial. Chrissy Tunyas, the Flashback, and Jay Jenkins all on that long deck.
Monken Nissan in Centralia offers a 2018 Nissan Murano SV JN 106688, stock number 1819, with a Skyview sunroof and navigation for just $32,085, a savings of $59.45 off MSRP. For more, visit their website at monkennissan.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Monken's the one. Monken's the one.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis-style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for your Wednesday. Let's tackle the Tucker Electric guest line for Central Cougars volleyball coach Chrissy Tunyas. Chrissy, welcome back.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back.
You bet. Thank you. And the new season, of course, has started. You're 1-1 out of the gates. Went the distance last night, but lost at Althoff. Went 3, but the Crusaders prevailed.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, a hard-fought game, but they took us in the end. Started off really strong, but just couldn't finish it all the way.
Yeah, won the opener 25-23, and then they, of course, won the next 2 games to put it away. And that followed your season opener a week ago last night, and there you blitzed Murfreesboro at your place 2-love, 25-21, 25-18. Love that.
Yeah, and that was a good competition. This is the first time we've ever played Murfreesboro.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Normally our season opener is Altoff, but we're getting in a situation where we were practicing for so long, and then we come out of the gate and play Altoff. So we're just looking for a game besides just practice.
A little tune-up, yeah.
Yeah. So Murfreesboro agreed to pick up a game with us this year, and they came up to our place last week, and yeah, it was really good competition. It was really good.
Good deal.
And it was a good gauge kind of to see where we were at before we started this week.
And obviously you'd love to be 2-0, but 1-1. You're at the break-even point very, very early. And overall, pretty pleased with the play and the effort, I'm sure, Chrissy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Last night we just got in a little trouble with some of our passing just broke down, and that's not a typical thing for us. So just a few things we need to address in practice tonight, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Pretty pleased overall. Our passing normally looks good, and our hitters execute. We've got a couple big hitters standing on the offense that are ready to execute our plays.
And you were hit hard by graduation, 8 seniors, but I'm quite sure you're pretty comfortable with the players you have back, and maybe another one or two. You also have one who's returned from injury too. Tell us about Grace Bushin.
Yeah. So, we graduate out 8 seniors, like you said, and we do have a couple returning. But we have Grace Bushin coming back, and that will make a nice addition to our team. We missed her last year after she went down. She had a knee injury and ended up having surgery, and it fully recovered. And Grace is a hard worker, and showed that in her rehab and getting ready for the season again. She is probably just as strong as she ever has been. Coming back from such an injury is pretty impressive. That was
a real hurt for you and the club, of course, for Grace there, because I was a sophomore year expecting a lot, and now you're going to get from her this campaign. Hey, by the way, did anybody playing? Probably is in the college ranks from last year's squad.
Sure, yeah. So Kim Hall went on to John A. Logan.
Okay.
And Abby Horseman is playing at Illinois College.
At Illinois, very good. And it was a terrific year again. 9-1. You win the Cahokia Championship, 26-10 overall. Yep. But you don't plan on necessarily rebuilding or retooling completely. You just slotting one or two others in there and keep on rolling.
Well, that is correct, because we have several players coming back. Yes, we graduated 8 seniors, but some of the players that I have this year, I have Taylor Pavage returning. This is Taylor's 3rd year at the varsity level. I have Abby Johnson returning, and Abby is looking really good. Last year she played right side for us at the varsity level. We've moved her into the middle, which is her natural spot where
Chrissy,
she should be.
Yeah, and stop there just for a second, okay? She's at 6. Yes. She's 6'5".
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She is. Yeah, so that is 6'5" sitting on our side of the net.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's what every coach wants to see in their
that's
offense.
A dream.
And she's got a good work ethic and good overall that knowledge of that position in the middle hitting position. So she's a force to reckon with on our opponents.
Who else is in that lineup, Chrissy?
Okay, and then we have Allie Fairman's back. Allie played as our libero last year. She's back again this year and looking good. She is running our defense and does one heck of a job out there. And then, like I said, Grace is back, and then we have Emma Sobliski. Emma played quite a bit with us last year. She was in and out. We kind of used her when in different moments of the game. So she's back. So we have some, core players coming back. Added this year is Kayla Shannonfelt. She'll be a setter this year. She's a junior. And then we added Ella Jansen, who's also she'll be a sophomore this year. Yeah. We're using her on the right side. Kayla Shannonfelt comes out when she comes to the front row, and Ella Jansen plays the right side hitter for her. And we have another sophomore, Cassidy Kretschmer, who's coming in and playing opposite of Abby Johnson. So she'll be our other middle hitter.
You've got some, it appears you've got some depth, Chrissy, and as a really good mix in veterans and rookies above. That's a pretty nice stretch there.
Correct, yeah. And, what's nice about this team is, last year they played a lot in practice against my varsity last year. So they've been seasoned. Like they've played our, last year's team was pretty tough, and this team, that's what they practiced off of. So they've hit this season ready to go. Even this summer when we started, we hit a couple of summer tournaments and played a few games. They were ready to go and knew their roles and positions well, and accomplished a lot this summer because of that.
So they've been prepped well. And you also have, besides Abby at 6'5", you've got at least a couple at a 5'11" or so, 5'10". So it's always very important. You want the all-around athlete. It doesn't hurt to get some inches on some of these young gals, though.
Absolutely, especially the schedule we play. We enter some of these bigger tournaments in a couple. Well, next week we're heading off to Effingham, and we're going to meet some Division I athletes at that. We're usually on a Friday night, and everybody's tall across the net from us. So it's nice for us to be able to have some height to square off with that.
Let's see, is that the Crossroads?
Yes, that's the Crossroads Classic.
But
yes.
you'll be playing 2 more tournaments for sure, correct?
Yeah, we have 3 tournaments, 4 tournaments altogether.
Oh, 4, okay.
The first one is the Crossroads Classic in Effingham. Then at the end of September, we have Belleville East tournament. And then in October, we have Highland and O'Fallon.
That'll keep you'll find out a lot about your club in each and every, besides the Cahokia, of course. And you did great in the tournament play a season ago. Yeah,
we did. We've done very well last year, and I expect us to do very well this year.
Let's see.
Team is Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Chrissy.
As I say, this team that I have here, they're fighters. They're not going to give anything up, and they're ready to take on that challenge in these tournaments and carry on what we started last year with our record.
Chrissy, how many are you dressing for varsity, and how many total are in your program, or at least roughly on that last part?
Okay, well, total. So varsity, I have currently 13 girls dressing for varsity.
All right.
My total program, from freshman through senior, we have 31 girls. 31.
About the same plateau as usual?
Yeah. We sit around about anywhere from 30 to 32 each year.
And that's manageable. They can all get their work in. They play a bunch at their respective levels if need be.
Exactly. Absolutely. So we can work with everybody and develop everybody into their position.
And some of these girls will develop as the season goes along too, and might even get the push up to the big team, the varsity. Who knows? As far as some of the underclassmen.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, that's what you want,
I hope so. Yeah, we have a lot of freshmen that came in this year with some considerable amount of talent and what we call like a high volleyball IQ because they've been playing so much. So I anticipate my freshman class in the next couple years. You anticipate seeing them as underclassmen coming up to the varsity.
You're always on top of this year, whatever that year, in this case 2018, but you always got to peek ahead too, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're looking at, what's coming up, and you want to make sure that everybody's can develop because the goal for everybody is to make that varsity level and be competitive at the varsity level.
Who do you expect to be the toughest challengers? And the season hasn't started as far as league play goes, but will here shortly. But in the Cahokia Conference for 18.
Cahokia Conference, usually our typical ones are Columbia and Freeburg. Freeburg's looking really good. I noticed last night they took down Collinsville, so looking to see them. We saw them once this summer, and we went 1-on-1 in the game with them. So it was one of those tournament plays. So there wasn't a win-loss kind of thing, but. Anyway, interesting to get back to them and see if we can come out ahead completely on them.
And when you get into the non-conference, besides the tournaments, of course, you have Mater Dei on this schedule and 1 or 2 others splattered in. So it really is. It's a tough haul.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Next week, you're talking about like a non-conference game. We face Highland, and Highland's got a lot of big hitters, and they got the height, got the athleticism, and so. Yeah, we have them. They're a non-conference, and we just had Althoff, and then of course Mater Dei.
And the Hornets tomorrow night at your place.
Yes, we have the Nashville Hornets tomorrow night at our place. That is correct.
These matches are going to come quick now as we get.
Yeah, once we get started on these Tuesday, Thursday nights, to pretty much slide through, it goes pretty fast. Absolutely.
Really, especially when you're winning, which is the whole idea. You can't wait to get out on the court, but it moves along quickly. So let's see, Chrissy, how many years as the Central head coach now?
This is my third year.
Third year.
Head coach.
Third year.
Yeah,
And
my third year.
do you have a few able-bodied assistants there?
I do. So Leah, this will be her third year with me. Also, Leah Nettinger is my assistant coach. And this year we picked up an additional coach. She's considered a volunteer coach. We picked up Casey Etter this year. So she's a third person on the court with us. Has been a tremendous amount of help.
I bet.
With running all three programs at the same time.
Yeah, and just for the pre-match, just for the warm-ups, I mean, they're crazy. So you need
Absolutely. Yeah, and Casey comes with a lot of experience. She was a setter and comes with an incredible amount of experience, and she's coached a lot of the junior high level and just has a good read on the game. So she has a lot to bring to Central's program, so we're pretty excited to pick her up.
Very good. So we welcome her aboard. Hey, Chrissy, thanks a lot for our first meeting of the year. We'll definitely be back to you, and good luck against the Hornets tomorrow night at BC. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Rip. I look forward to talking to you again.
Gotcha. See ya. Chrissy
Bye-bye.
Tunyas of the Breeze Central Cougars volleyball team. Later on, it's KC women's basketball coach Jay Jenkins. But before all that, after an important break, it's the sports flashback. You never want to miss it. But text little Mike Lidigan, he's with us shortly. Stay with us.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmer State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmer State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
You've heard me say it before, when your trucks are your life, you need to be turning to be earned. I am Perry Stanfa from Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. If your commercial tractor and trailer is down, we can get you back on the road faster and for less money than you thought possible. If it has wheels and an engine, we can fix it, including farm equipment. We are also building semi-trucks if you are ready for an upgrade. Call us today at 664-2646 or stop by Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hey, Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for a Wednesday, Saturday morning. One of our coaches has been logged from the football front. Central Cougars coach Brian Short. He'll be with us, as will one or two other people. And Saturday morning, we always have really, really nice, really good, outstanding prizes. Actually, Saturday morning, no difference. Keep this in mind there. We're giving away a couple of box seats to see those red-hot Cardinals for obviously an upcoming, I hate when I say that, for an upcoming game. But yeah, 2 box seats are on the docket for trivia Saturday morning. And you'll love these seats if you win. If you don't, I mean, they're good either way, but you want to win, of course. Here we go. Let's flash back.
It's flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the Easy In Travel Sports Flashback. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Yes. And it's 6:40. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. This flashback is from June 27th of this very year. It's Mizzou play-by-play man Tex Little on his college football team. How about your Missouri Tigers for the upcoming fall? It's all coming fast.
Yeah, it is, and kind of excited about it. They return more offensive line than something like 85% of the teams across the country. And Drew Lock returns for his senior year, and that was awful good news, when that happened. And then they've got, a few receivers, but, new offensive coordinator with Derek Dooley, the former head coach at Tennessee. And it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together. It'll be Odom's third year. And I think you're going to see more of an SEC-type approach offensively than what Missouri has been like in the past. They were a fast-break football team and under Gary Pinko, and it's been retooled. Odom has rebuilt it. All the things that happened at the university in the fall a couple of years ago,
Yes.
It really kind of broke a lot of things down, and, the football team was a big part of all that and how it was handled. And Odom had to do a lot of house cleaning. I mean, he has really had to, kind of start from scratch once again. And I think you're going to start seeing dividends. You saw it last year. They lost their first, 6 games and bounced back and won the last 6. And really started playing pretty solid football towards the end of the year. So I think it's going to be a successful year. There, with a new offensive coordinator, you never know exactly what's going to take place. And technically, there's a new defensive coordinator, but, Barry Odom's a defensive guy, so, he's got his thumb on that.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Draghi, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I treat a lot of patients who have not been to the dentist in 10 to 20 years. Most had a bad experience as a child. Others are embarrassed to go or are concerned the dentist will scold them. We know these feelings are real and believe in listening to your problems and concerns. I will do all of this without putting you down or making you feel guilty. My team and I want to make a difference in the way you feel about dentistry. Please call me, Dr. Tim Draghi, at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment, or look at our website at breezedentalcare.com, where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Are you looking for a happy dental home? Dr. Draghi and Dr. Santel are in-network providers with many insurance companies and have what you are looking for. New patients welcome and most emergencies seen immediately. Get back on the right track to good dental health with Breeze Dental Care. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
Now through September 10th, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and you can get a $70 Visa prepaid card by mail. Use your CFNA credit card account and increase your reward to $100. Bridgestone, our tires are built to come through in the clutch.
Cards issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, under license from Visa USA Inc. Can be used everywhere Visa debit is accepted. Expiration applies. Get a prepaid card of $100 when you use your new or existing CFNA credit card account. See participating retailers for details, subject to credit approval.
Best One Tire and Service, 13912 Best One Drive in Breeze.
Now through September 10th, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and you can get a $70 Visa prepaid card by mail. Use your CFNA credit card account and increase your reward to $100. Bridgestone, our tires are built to come through in the clutch.
Cards issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, under license from Visa USA Inc. Can be used everywhere Visa debit is accepted. Expiration applies. Get a prepaid card of $100 when you use your new or existing CFNA credit card account. See participating retailers for details, subject to credit approval.
Best One Tire and Service, 13912 Best One Drive in Breeze.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Here we are again, still in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday. Speaking of remembering, remember this, Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. Remember that name, remember that town. That's not too tough. Anyway, Diane, they've got your next pre-owned car, truck, SUV. They're ready for you. And all of that, either one, take your pick. It's there for the right price, and all pre-owned vehicles pass a thorough inspection. That's good. Most come with Diane's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty at no cost to you. See Dwayne, Nikki, Dave, Nathan, whoever. 224-9200, 224-9200. Diane Chevrolet. It's the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Be sure and shop or schedule service at DianeChevrolet.com. KC women's basketball is on the slate after these.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Tonight, dare to dream big.
Friday, September 7th, join Stand Up to Cancer for all the inspiration.
It takes courage to take on cancer.
All the laughter.
You change one letter in cancer, it becomes dancer. What?
All the stars.
If we all stand up to cancer together, we can kick it so good.
Every network, every star. One night to save lives. Tune in live Friday, September 7th, 8/7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. Check your local listings for cable providers.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hey, welcome back one more time, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Let's tug that Tucker Electric guest line, this time for new Kaskaskia College Blue Angels basketball coach Jay Jenkins. Jay, welcome to Talking Sports here in Carlisle.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, and congratulations to you on your new position. Welcome to Kaskaskia College.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I'm looking forward to the future, and we just want to try to build a winning culture here, and be good in the classroom, and be good on the court as well.
You got it. Hey, how did you become aware of this, and how did you, or when did you land this job officially? I guess in the last couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. It officially began last Monday.
Okay.
Originally, how it started, I actually applied for an adjunct professor job, and talking to HR, they was telling me they was looking for a basketball coach, and I was like, well, okay, I can apply for it. I mean, I was at Ren Lake down the street, so that's how I was in the area. And they said, just apply for it. I mean, all you can do is, see how it goes. And I did, and here we are today.
How about that? And what'd you go through? One interview, two interviews? What was that like, Jay?
Well, it's a basic application process. They have a little phone screening, and then you meet with the board. The group is about 6 or 7 people, and they ask you questions and take notes, and it's kind of like going to court. They go and talk about it, and then they say, okay, this is the one.
Yeah, I hate when they take notes on me. That's never good. So, I tell you what, you're working for a good administration and a very popular athletic director, too, and Kim Rahar. In fact, we had her on last Wednesday, and I guess she just spilled the news to me then, come to think of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's family-oriented since day one of coming on for an interview. Before I'm actually hired, it just felt like home. Everybody was speaking, and I didn't even think I was going to get the job like that, but I did. But it was like they already accepted me before I was actually announced as the coach. So I'm excited to work with Kim. I'm excited to work with the whole family as well.
It went quick, and, of course, you are stepping in now for Janelle Kuhn, who was there for the last couple of seasons. She's back here at Carlisle High School. So tell us just a little bit about your coaching background. A lot of it was down south, huh, Jay?
Yes, sir. I'm originally from Louisiana, so I started my coaching career there. I started at the junior high level. Right down the street was a high school, and I got on as an assistant coach there. And right after that, I had an opportunity to be a head coach at a private school in the area of Louisiana. So I took that job, and then it's basically networking and who you know. I got a call about college that was starting the program in Kansas. So I went out to Overland Park and started their program, made a national run after a year or so.
Yeah.
So it's just being in the right place at the right time, always working hard and networking, trying to meet people and be nice to everybody. Be always willing to help someone. I would tell that to anybody.
Well, it sounds like you've certainly earned your stripes, and you've had some success along the way too. So that, hey, how is the basketball overall in Louisiana? Maybe even more so on the high school front.
Yes, sir. Louisiana is pretty competitive. A lot of schools may not go that far to recruit because, I mean, it's a major distance when it comes to recruiting budgets and getting kids to leave the South. I mean, it's a big adjustment coming out here for the winter. I can tell you that. So that's why I think a lot of people from up north don't necessarily go down south. And now, if you have some 5-star Division I athletes, you know, they're getting recruited by these schools. But it's hard to get somebody that far away from home.
Well, football's king, but basketball's pretty good, though, too, then.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will always say the South is big on football to me, and I like this area because it's basketball, so that's me. I want to be where the basketball is.
Yeah, basketball is pretty prominent in this area for sure. And now, of course, all of your concentration, it centers on the KC Blue Angels, and this is the way the situation has went forward. You're playing some catch-up, no doubt about that.
Yeah, we just trying to do all the small things right. I mean, it's been pretty fast. Like I said, I just got started last Monday.
Yeah.
Just meeting people and shaking hands, trying to recruit some players, going in classrooms, trying to see if anybody's 6 foot tall that want to play basketball.
Right.
So we're just trying to fill a roster. So we're just trying to do all the small things right. This is our first year. We're going to try to be competitive. That's really all we can ask for at this point, just give our best every night.
But you said it, the roster, that is the top priority. It can be no other way. How many are back, Jay, from last season?
From last season, we have one.
Do you have an idea anyway?
Yeah, we have one from last season. Coach Kuhn did a great job on recruiting some for this upcoming year, so hats off to her. I really appreciate her help because if she didn't recruit any, we wouldn't have a team, honestly. So she recruited about 8 or 9 girls. So right now we're sitting on about 10 because we picked up another one out of a nursing program, she was already on campus as well. So we happy to have 10, honestly. So we're just gonna practice, work hard, and let the outcome determine itself each night.
But you've flat been open, holding open tryouts, haven't you?
Yes, sir. We've been trying to hope for this 6 foot girl to just come walk in the gym. Maybe we missed her going 13 in classes, but she hadn't showed up yet.
Yeah, not yet. Hey, there's still time. And who is the holdover from last year, Jay?
Kyla Cornelius.
Cornelius, okay.
She's going to be a point guard from Chicago. Like I say, we hadn't really got into practice just yet. Exactly. We're just trying to get everything organized, make sure we have all our paperwork turned in before we get started. Once we get in the gym, I'm ready to start working.
And what kind of and it has to do a lot with the players on hand, the talent that they possess, and so forth. But what kind of style do you like to play?
Well, I like to get up and down the court. I like motion offense. That gives us the opportunity to not be destined to one set play each time we come down the court. We want to take what the defense gives us. We want to recognize mixed matches. But I always believe in defense and communication. So I think that carries over when it comes to be a championship level team. They're going to play great defense. They're going to do a lot of communication. They will get back well on defense. So defense, layups, and free throws are kings for me. And I think that will carry us even on the off night.
What kind of player were you, Jay? I'm sure pretty salty, right?
Yeah, I did all the dirty work. I'll take a charge. I set screens. I'll get some rebounds. I love defense, so that's where I harp on defense. That's our big thing, and that's going to carry our program this year. We're going to work hard on defense. Like I said, we don't know exactly how well we're going to play. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and say, yeah, we're going to have a great season because this is our first year. We all trying to learn each other.
Definitely.
So we just trying to focus on having great defense and having great communication. So we can do that. That'll carry us throughout the season.
And all things being equal, that might be a tiebreaker for some playing time, huh? You got to get down and dirty and get in the faces of those of the opposition.
Wait. Yes, sir. One thing about it, effort is on every night. So if you have effort every night, you might not make a 3-point shot, but effort is there, and that comes with defense. Defense is going to, at 6'4", 6'5", we have to match up. We have to do the best we can on defense.
You will see some fabulous players, too, in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference, won't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's very competitive.
Wow.
Very competitive. And like I tell the girls, we've been doing a lot of communication. I tell, let's not focus on who we have to play. Let's focus on being the best that we can be. Because if we're doing all the small things correctly, it's up to them to do everything that they need to do to try to stop us. So I don't want to just focus on the great teams that we have to play against. I want them to focus on us.
The club was 14-15 12 18 over the last two campaigns, 6-12 in the GRAC. So when will the official practices begin? Is that early October, mid-October?
Yes, sir. It's 30 days before the first game, so around October 2nd.
Okay.
And I can't wait. That's the most exciting time for me. I love practice. I love the process of getting ready. So I'm very excited about that as well.
Boy, you have to love practice. I mean, there are only so many games you can play a week, so practices, the workout, I mean, you got to be on every day with that to have a real shot.
Well, yes, sir. I feel like if you work very hard in practice, the games are extremely easy and it's fun because we're used to working hard at practice. And if we're always focusing on defense, if we're always making our layups, if we're always making our free throws, those are the things that are going to help us in the game. So I'm very excited, and I really can't wait to get to practice. I mean, to me, that's the best part of coaching is to practice.
In the meantime, if you can pick up a 6-foot girl for your squad, that'd be fine too.
Yes, sir. Hopefully she's already enrolled, and we're just waiting for her to show up in the gym.
Yeah, and that's the deal too. If you have a late, she wouldn't be eligible. Somebody new wouldn't be eligible until after the first of the year.
Yes, sir. And at that point, you use a whole year of eligibility. So I really hope she's already on campus. That way she can get the full playing time, because I wouldn't want to do that to anyone, just use a whole year of eligibility for a half a semester, So I would rather her be enrolled already.
Well, there are certainly the athletes out there that are already on campus, and if you just pull one or two more away and get her on that court, that'd be great news.
Yes, sir. It's just like fishing. You have to put your bait out there and see what you're going to
catch. That's very good. You got it. So, all right, Jay. Appreciate it. We'll see you out at KC at the KC gym sometime.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. You have a good one.
Yep. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Jay Jenkins of the Kaskaskia Blue Angels basketball team, the new head coach, thanks to him, and also to Chrissy Tunyas from the Central Cougars volleyball team and Jay Miller on scores and stuff. Miami, the Fish lead Boston 3-2 at Fenway Park through 4 full innings. Trevor Richards doing a pretty nice job again. 4 innings in the books, couple of earned runs, struck out 5 more hitters. He's got a lot. He's canned a bunch of Ks on this season. So that's going to wrap up this baby. We'll see you Saturday morning with Brian Short and more, and free Cardinals baseball tickets, a pair of them, box seats. Oh, yeah. Get them while you can, if you can. We'll see you Saturday morning between 9 and 10. Talking sports, real sports talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Eming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.